নমস্কার। আজ কবিগুরু রবীন্দ্রনাথ ঠাকুরের জন্মদিন উপলক্ষে The Storytellers of Bhopal wishes to pay their tribute to this great poet, philosopher and writer of all times. We start with a Robindra Sangeet.
তুমি রবে নীরবে হৃদয়ে মম তুমি রবে নীরবে নিবিড় নিভৃত পূর্ণিমা নিশীথি নিশম তুমি রবে নীরবে হৃদয়ে মম তুমি রবে নীরবে।
তো কর্ণ নাম যার অধীরত সুতপুত্র রাধা গর্ভজাত, সেই আমি। কহ মোরে তুমি কে গো মাতো? On sacred Janvi shore, I say my prayers to the evening sun. Karna is my name, son of Odhirath the charioteer, and Radha is my mother. That's who I am. Lady, who are you? Child, in the first dawn of your life, it was I who introduced you to this wide world. That's me. And today I've cast aside all embarrassment to tell you who I am. Respected lady, the light of your lowered eyes melts my heart as the sun's rays melt mountain snows. Your voice pierces my ears as a voice from a previous birth and stirs strange pain. Tell me then, by what mystery's chain is my birth linked to you, unknown woman? ধৈর্য ধরো ওরে বৎস ক্ষণকাল, দেব দেবাকর আগে যাক অস্তাচলে, সন্ধ্যার তিমির আসুক নিবিড় হয়ে, কহিতরে বীর কুন্তি আমি। Oh, be patient, child, for a moment. Let the sun god first light to his rest, and let evening's darkness thicken around us. Now, let me tell you, warrior, I am Kunti. You are Kunti, the mother of Arjun.
Arjun's mother indeed. But son, don't hate me for that. How I still recall the day of the tournament when you, a young bachelor, slowly entered the arena of Hastana city as the newly rising sun enters the margin of the eastern sky, still pricked out with stars. Of all the women watching from behind a screen, who was she? Bereft of speech, of luck, who felt within her tortured breast the pangs of hungering love? 1,000 she-snake fangs, whose eyes covered with your limbs with blessings kisses. It was Arjun's mother. When Kripa advanced and smiling asked you to announce your father's name, saying, "He who is not of a royal family born has no right to challenge Arjun at all," then you, speechless, red with shame, face lowered, just stood there, and she, whose bosom your gleam of embarrassment burnt like fire, who was that unlucky woman? Arjun's mother it was. Blessed is that lad Duryodhan who thereupon at once crowned you Prince of Ang. Yes, I praise him. And as you were crowned, the tears streamed from my eyes to rush towards you, to overflow your head when making his way into the arena. In entered Adirath the charioteer, beside himself with joy. And you too in your royal gear in the midst of the curious crowds milling around, bowed your only just anointed head and saluted the feet of the old charioteer, calling him father. Cruelly, contemptuously, they smiled. The friends of the Pandavas, and right at that moment, she who blessed you as a hero, oh you dwell amongst heroes, I am that woman, the mother of Arjun.
I salute you, noble lady. A royal mother you are. So why are you here alone? This is a field of battle, and I am the commander of the Kaurav army. Son, I've come to beg a favor of you. Don't turn me away empty-handed. A favor from me. Barring my manhood and what dharma requires, the rest will be at your feet if you so desire. I have come to take you away. And where will you take me? To my thirsty bosom, to my maternal lap. A lucky woman you are, blessed with 5 sons, and I am just a petty princeling without pedigree. Where would you find room for me? Right at the top. I will place you above all my other sons, for you are the eldest. By what right would I enter that sanctum? Tell me how, from those already cheated of empire, I could possibly take a portion of that wealth, a mother's love, which is fully theirs. A mother's heart cannot be gambled away, nor be defeated by force. It is a divine gift. Oh, my son, with the divine right indeed. You had one day come to this lap, and by that same right return again with glory. Don't worry at all. Take your place among all your brothers on my maternal lap.
As if in a dream, I hear your voice, honored lady. Look, darkness has engulfed the entire horizon, swallowed the 4 quarters, and the river has fallen silent. You have whisked me off to some enchanted world, some forgotten home, to the very dawn of awareness. Your words, like age-old truths, touch my fascinated heart. It's as if my own inchoate infancy, the very obscurity of my mother's womb, was encircling me today. O Royal Mother, loving woman, be this real or dream. Come, place your right hand on my brow, my chin, for just a moment. Indeed, I had heard that I had been abandoned by my natural mother. How often in the depth of night I've had this dream that slowly, softly, my mother had come to see me, and I'm so bleak and beseeched her in tears. Mother, remove your veil, let me see your face. And at once the figure has vanished, tearing apart my thirsty dream, that very dream. Has it come today in the guise of the Pandava mother this evening on the battlefield by the Bhagirathi? Behold, lady on the other bank, in the Pandava's camp, the lights come on, and on this bank, not far, in the Kaurava's stable, 100,000 horses stamp their hooves. Tomorrow morning, the great battle begins. Why tonight? Did I have to hear from Arjun's mother's throat, my own mother's voice? Why did my name ring in her mouth with such exquisite music? So much so that suddenly my heart rushes towards the 5 Pandavas, calling them brothers. Then come on, son, come along with me. Yes, mother, I'll go with you. I won't ask questions. Without a doubt, without a worry, I will go. Lady, you are my mother, and your call has awakened my soul. No longer can I hear the drums of battle, victory's conch shells, the violence of war, a hero's fame, triumph and defeat. All seems false. Take me. Where should I go?
There on the other bank, where the lamps burn in the still tents in the pale sand. Cornwall. And there a motherless son shall find his mother forever. There the polar star shall wake all night in your lonely, lovely, generous eyes. Lady, one more time say, I'm your son. My son. Then why did you discard me so ingloriously? No family honor, no mother's eyes to watch me to the mercy of this blind, unknown world. Why did you let me afloat on the current of contempt so irreversibly, banishing me from my brothers? You put a distance between Arjun and me. Where from childhood, a subtle, invisible bond of bitter enmity pulls us to each other in an irresistible attraction. Mother, you have no answer. You have no answer. I sense your deep embarrassment piercing these dark layers and touching all my limbs without any words. Closing my eyes, let it be there. You don't have to explain why you cast me aside. A mother's love is God's first gift on this earth. Why that sacred jewel you had to snatch away from your own child is a question you may not choose to answer. But tell me then, why have you come to take me back now? Son, let your reprimand like 100 thunderclaps rend this heart of mine into 100 pieces. That I'd cast you aside is a curse that haunts me, which is why my heart is still childless even after 5 dear sons. Why it is that my arms go seeking in this world, flapping and failing every time. It is for that deprived child my heart lights a lamp and by burning itself pays its homage to the maker of this universe. Today I count myself fortunate that I have managed to see you. When your mouth hadn't uttered a word, I did commit a horrendous crime. Son, with the same mouth, forgive your bad mother. Let that forgiveness burn, let any rebukes within my breast reduce my sins to ashes and make me pure. Oh mother, give me that dust of your feet and take my tears. Son, I didn't come to simply take you back. I didn't come simply in the hope to clutching you to my breast today, but to take you where you by right belong. You're not a charioteer's son, Sutputra, but of royal birth, a Kshatriya. You are Suryaputra. So cast aside the insult that have been done to you and come where they all are, your 5 brothers. But mother, I am a charioteer's son, Sutputra, Radhya, because Radha is my mother. Glory greater than that I have none. Let the Pandavas be Pandavas and Kauravas be Kauravas. I envy nobody.
With the puissance of your arms, recover the kingdom that's your own, my son. Yudhishthir will cool you, moving a white fan. Bhim will hold up your umbrella. Arjun the hero will drive your chariot. Dhaumya the priest will chant Vedic mantras, and you, vanquisher of foes, will live with your kinsman, sole ruler of your kingdom, sitting on your jeweled throne, sharing power with none. Throne, indeed, to one who's just refused the maternal bond, are you offering, mother, assurances of a kingdom? The riches from which you once disinherited me cannot be returned. It's beyond your powers. When I was born, mother, from me you tore mother, brothers, royal family, all at one go. If today I cheat my foster mother, her of charioteer caste, and boldly address as my own mother, a royal mater familias, if I snap the ties that bind me to the lord of the Kuru clan and lust after a royal throne, then fire me. Blessed you are, my son, for you are truly heroic. Alas, Dharma, how stern your justice is. Who knew, alas, that day when I forsook a tiny helpless child, that from somewhere he will gain a hero's power, return one day along a darkened path, and with his own cruel hands hurl weapons at those who are his brothers, born of the same mother. What a curse this is. Mother, don't be afraid. Let me predict, it's the Pandavas who will win. On the panel of this night's gloom, I can clearly read before my eyes the dire results of the war, legible in the starlight. This quiet, unruffled hour, from the infinite sky, a music drifts to my ears, of effort without victory, sweat of work without hope. I can see the end, full of peace and emptiness, the side that is going to lose. Please don't ask me to desert that side. Let Pandu's children win and become kings. Let me stay with the losers, those whose hopes will be dashed. The night of my birth, you left me upon the earth, nameless, homeless. In the same way, today be ruthless, mother, and just abandon me. Leave me to my defeat, infamous, lusterless. Only this blessing grant me before you leave. May greed for victory, for fame, or for a kingdom never deflect me from a hero's path and salvation.
So that was a presentation of Gurudev's poem Karnakunti Samvad, written in 1900 in his collection Kahini. Now this conversation between Karna and Kunti, where for the very first time Kunti tells Karna that he is her son and requests him, pleads him, begs him to fight from Pandava's side. But Karna, being a loyal friend, epitome of honesty and loyalty, Karna refuses to do so despite knowing the fact that they are not going to win. Kauravas are not going to win. But still, taking side with Duryodhan, Karna goes on to perform his duties. We hope that you like this effort by Storytellers of Bhopal. Happy birthday, रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर जी. बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. नमस्कार.